Namaskar everyone. My name is Pooja Devedi and today I'm going to tell you something that most of us know but we do not have the evidence for it. Has USA invaded Venezuela for its oil reserves? It seems so. Let's talk about it in detail today. What went wrong for Venezuela? Even if it has the world's largest oil reserves, proven oil reserves, why is it so poor? And what is the future of Venezuela? How is USA justifying everything right now? We are going to look at it step by step. So, moving ahead, talking about this attack, I would call it attack because it was an attack. It is not an act, it is not a war, it is an attack, an invasion. Under the name of Operation Absolute Resolve, this was the operation's name, under which the president of Venezuela was kidnapped and taken away to the USA. The president's name is Nicolas Maduro. And right now, the vice president of Venezuela is doing the current administration of Venezuela. However, USA claims that she is doing everything because of America's guidance. And she is saying that it is not so because America is imperialist in nature. So we are going to talk all about that. So on the 3rd of December, after giving a speech on peace of the world on the 1st of December, USA President Donald Trump invaded Venezuela. It was seen that low-flying planes were constantly striking Caracas, which is the capital of Venezuela. Not only Caracas, but also Valencia, Maracaibo, El Libertador, every space which is very important militarily and from the perspective of oil reserves, this was attacked. Nicolas Maduro and his wife, they were kidnapped specifically and taken away. This was a photo which was released by the American administration. Announcement was made on Truth Social. And right now, what is going on there, we are going to discuss that. But let's talk about what are the actual reasons. I mean, the reasons allegedly said to be justified by the US President, Donald Trump. So, what are the reasons? Two reasons according to America exist. First, narco-terrorism. Second, migration. It was suggested by the USA President Donald Trump that many drugs are smuggled from Venezuela to America. And the President Nicolas Maduro, he was protecting drug cartels. This was the allegation. He was protecting drug cartels. So, first of all, this is not all of a sudden. In the last year, we saw that the Trump administration was constantly attacking the ships which were in the Caribbean Sea on the suspect that these ships from Venezuela are smuggling drugs. Mind you, the word suspect. There was just suspicion, not even a trial and proven was given. Only on the basis of suspicion that was being done. And many analysts said that this was the heaviest military deployment that has been done by the USA in the Caribbean Sea. So this is not all of a sudden, we knew it was coming. Migration. It is said that approximately 8 million people have migrated to the USA, and specifically the current administration says of America that these people are majorly criminal in nature and ill-minded. That means disturbed personalities were being migrated from Venezuela to USA. So these are the reasons according to Donald Trump, that Donald Trump is the savior. So this is the actual, this is the reason, and the charges which are given on Nicolas Maduro, that is also important for us to know. What are the charges on him? On what basis will he be tried? Because according to Marco Rubio, no war is being created. Only the president Nicolas, he's going to be tried in a New York court today. On what basis? Let's talk about the basis as well, because it is important that we understand the trial. You remember the trial of Saddam Hussein? I hope you do. So the thing is that They have raised the issue of sovereignty, international law, resource-driven intervention. Who has raised this? Venezuela. And charges are very important for us to know. Let me look at the charges. I will tell you the charges here as well. Two charges I have already told you. So first is migration, next is narco-terrorism or drug trafficking. Trump has designated Tren de Aragua and Cartel de los Soles, these two cartels, as foreign terrorist organization. And according to America, Nicolas Maduro was giving security and he was trying to protect Cartel de los Soles. However, there is no fact, no evidence that has been provided by the Trump administration. So this is pretty interesting. Why? Because he has not provided any evidence, and just on the basis of suspicion, he is doing all this. So this is pretty concerning. However, the major reason is actually oil. Why do I say so? You will understand why do I say so. Venezuela actually has the largest proven oil reserves in the world. The largest proven oil reserves in the world. First is that it has 4 times more oil reserves as compared to the USA. 4 times more oil reserves as compared to the USA. Okay. Apart from that, we also have to understand that even though it has the largest proven oil reserves, but still in the entire world oil economics, it only gives 1%, even less than 1% of contribution. Less than 1% of contribution. And the biggest problem is that most of the oil reserves are not exploitable and lack of proper refineries. Lack of proper refineries. Then also, because of USA sanctions, it is not able to trade these oil reserves. No. So that is why it is important that we understand that who is the actual reason of so much poverty in Venezuela. USA first doesn't let you trade in oil, then tries to tell you that this country is very poor. Why? Because it is not able to trade. Then takes over your oil reserves as well. Will India be affected by it? Not really. I mean, in cases of oil reserves, effects of India have to be seen. So effects, if I talk about effects on India, first effect is there is no effect, almost negligible. Because there was a time in 2013 when India did $13 billion of trade, and majorly for oil. In 2019, Venezuela was the 5th largest source of oil import for India. It was the 5th largest source of oil import. But now only $255 million of oil trade has been done. So India is not going to be very much impacted. However, many countries such as China, Russia, these countries are raising their voices against the current situation. India has also risen its voice. And as you can see, how many countries do you see here? Russia has called the strikes as an act of armed aggression. China is completely all out. It demanded immediate release of Maduro. Iran has termed these strikes as violation of sovereignty. Latin America, Colombia, Brazil, Cuba have condemned the action. Argentina has supported USA action. UN has concerns over the violation of international law. It just has concerns, nothing else. This is such a joke. UK, no sympathy for Maduro, but cautious on the legality. EU, Maduro lacks legitimacy, but international law must be respected. Spain has rejected both Maduro's regime and illegal intervention. So this is the world is also different here. It has Most of the world is not in favor of Maduro, but they are also not in favor of America's action. So Venezuela is seeing hyperinflation. 90% of the people there are below the poverty line. But what about the current situation? How is the current situation being handled? Who is in charge now? The current charge, according to the constitution of Venezuela, is the vice president, who is Delcy Rodriguez. So Delcy Rodriguez, according to the USA administration, it is said, Marco Rubio has said, that she is ready to do whatever America is going to say. However, Delcy is of a different opinion. She is saying that this is not something imperialist in nature. We are not going to support imperial America. However, the current issue is the opposition. The opposition is saying the Edmund Gonzalez, who is in exile right now, is the rightful leader of the Venezuela. And apart from that, if you remember the Nobel Peace Prize winner for the year 2025, Maria Corina Machado, she was campaigning for, beg your pardon, she was campaigning for Gonzalez. Now, because she is the current face of Venezuela, many people are in favor of her. But Donald Trump says that she doesn't have the numbers to currently rule Venezuela. Till then, America will rule Venezuela, and with the help of Delcy Rodriguez. If Delcy Rodriguez is not going to abide, she is going to pay a bigger price than Nicolas Maduro. This has been said by Donald Trump. An open threat has been given, which is completely absurd in nature. Apart from that, what is next for Venezuela in the oil sector? Venezuela, USA is going to say that we are going to take care of Venezuela's oil reserve. It has said that many investment companies should come and invest in the oil reserves so that they can recover the losses that they incurred during this operation. This is actually very, very disturbing, because openly it has said that it needs so. Let me just walk you through the important parts of it. So yes, as I told you, that currently the current situation in Venezuela is grim, because for oil reserves, Donald Trump has specifically said that whatever losses we have incurred in the current operation, different companies from USA should invest, extract and manufacture as well as export oil to recover the losses. So yes, oil was the major factor here. So now look at the question and try to give me the answer in the comment section. With reference to Venezuela's economic crisis, consider the following statements. Venezuela's oil industry was nationalized in 1970s, leading to the creation of PDVSA. Overdependence on oil revenues discouraged the growth of manufacturing and agriculture. USA sanctions were the sole reason for Venezuela's hyperinflation and economic collapse. Lack of investment and technological upgradation reduced Venezuela's oil production capacity despite large reserves. You have to tell me which is the correct one. So thank you so much for giving the correct answer. If you give it in the comment section, we will meet again. Bye-bye. Take care.